Hello! I'm here to give you a very brief rundown on the stuff I had in my rucksack for the Cape Wrath Trail and the Tour de Monte Rosa. It's not something I usually do, so if you'd like any further details, just make a comment and I'll try to answer any questions. If not, I've put a brief list in the description. Here goes!
I don't often do this, but I've been asked, so I'm going to go through the contents of my backpacking sack, particularly for when we did the Haute route. So to start with the rucksack, I use the Deuter sack, which is here. This is a women's specific sack, 60 plus 10. It's not the lightest of rucksacks and I'll provide the weight of this, but I find this comfortable and I can't afford to go changing rucksacks every time a lighter version comes out. Inside there, first of all, this is my RAB sleeping bag. Again, I've gone a bit heavier than some people might like to go because this is a 3-season bag. It's the RAB Neutrino Pro 600. I found this was perfect for what I needed. Depends if you're a cold or a hot sleeper. I tend to get cold, so I was more than happy to have this with me. I tend to put all of my sleeping stuff in the bottom section of my rucksack in here. Inside here as well is a lightweight rain cover, so that's in there all the time. Dave and Graham probably wouldn't agree with me with this, but I took my sleeping bag liner with me as well. All of that goes in the bottom half of my rucksack, together with my mattress. I used the Summit mattress. I had a few problems with this on the Cape Wrath Trail, but thankfully the manufacturer sent me a new one because it punctured. And this gets blown up with the air sac here, and strapped to the side of the rucksack was this roll mat. Found it useful because quite often we're camping on glaciers and the ground's quite stony. So this just simply shoves in the side, in my side pocket of this rucksack here. So all of that is now tucked away in the bottom of here. I'll go through my clothes next. Mountain equipment, duvet jacket with me. I would say you do need a duvet jacket because it does get cold. Set of waterproofs is my Paramo jacket. A little bit heavier than a shell, but it's warmer. Very lightweight pair of trousers. These are Berghaus. My best bit of kit is my windproof jacket. It's super lightweight and it's made by RAB. A warm layer, I just took an old fleece with me. This is my Helly Hansen, very lightweight. Lightweight t-shirt, extremely lightweight, and a vest. I've got 2 items there because if we wash one of them, while one's drying I can wear the other one. 1 pair of shorts, and again if these are washed and drying, I wore a lightweight pair of tights. I think these are supposed to be knee length, but they're ankle length in my case. Underwear, 2 pairs of liner socks, and 2 pairs of not terribly heavy socks. I'm not wearing my full mountain boot ones, I'm wearing just a standard pair of hiking socks. Again, if one's being washed, the other can be worn. 3 pairs of pants and 2 sports bras. Obviously they're not all going to be in here because I'm going to be wearing some of that. These are water shoes. Really, really handy, particularly if you're doing river crossings, because they've got a little bit of a grip on the sole and they're pretty lightweight and very versatile. I took my baseball cap, not my special woolly hat. I took a lightweight pair of gloves as well. I wore my Innov-8 boots. Relatively lightweight, but better than boots in the sense that they don't feel as clumpy on your feet. We found that there was a lot of snow lying around. It's not always going to be the case. And Graham didn't take a pair of these, but Dave and I, we took our spikes. We did use them on 2 occasions. So I would recommend putting those in as well.
Not to leave Dave out, and we shared some of the load. So here goes.
I can unpack it as we go and tell you what I had. Along with Sue, I had a foam roll mat, very thin, just to protect the tent and my sleeping bag, my sleep mat. A water filter bottle using the B3. Highly recommend those. You can either get a 600ml or I think 1 litre bladder. Compass, essential to everybody. Loo roll and a trowel for burying any waste. First aid kit, down jacket. Took a selection of charging leads for phones, watches, cameras, and we took 2 battery packs. That's a 22.5 watt. I think that one there is around about 10. A sun hat, which you'll have seen in the videos. Head torch. My towel was literally this. My beanie, which did get lost from time to time. Pair of gloves, I did wear those. Platypus bottle, that was a 3 litre, just for filling up when we got to camp. I had a sit mat, just a piece of foam. I took an extra base layer, which I never wore. I had a fleece which I did wear occasionally when it was cold, spare pair of socks, spare pair of liner socks, spare pair of pants, a Nemo Tensor insulated sleep mat, which is great, it's better than my seat to Summit because it doesn't make a noise when you move around on it, and the blow up bag for it is brilliant. You only need about 3 inflations and you can fully inflate that. Really recommend that. Ultra lightweight ground sheet for the tent. This is the sort of plastic used for secondary insulation on windows, and that worked fine. Tent we took, and I was carrying the tent inner and outer, was the Nemo Dagger 2-person tent. Sue was carrying the pegs and poles. I had a shell jacket. This was a Montaigne. Gotta say, it did rain. I did wear it once and completely regretted taking a shell jacket, and next time I'd go back to my Paramo because it's just like wearing a plastic bag. Buffalo Pertex wind shirt, pots and pans. They're not titanium, they're MSR. Had them for a long time. That's about a 2 litre, I think, pan. Starting to show the signs of wear. And inside there, I had a couple of bowls, pan handle, toothpaste, toothbrush, bit of washing liquid. We had a couple of titanium forks and a plastic spoon for stirring. Stove, which was the Soto Windmaster stove. It's only about 60-70 grams, something like that. Works really well, folds out. And with that, for the gas, we take a fold out support which stabilises it when it's on top of the gas, because that's quite tall. And in there as well, 2 lighters. Always taking 2 lighters just in case one fails. Lightweight trousers. They're a Shell ultra lightweight the sleeping bag, which is the RAB Neutrino 600, which is a 3-season sack and is relatively heavy. I didn't know whether I should have taken this. Graham took a summer bag 2-season, he got away with that. I found that 2 or 3 nights, if I'd had the summer bag, I'd have been cold because I was just to say warming up in the 3-season. Water shoes. Sue and I took some Gribble spikes. We did wear them on 2 occasions. Probably could have got away without them, but you'd have to look at what the conditions are like when you're doing the trek as to whether you take those or not. The sack I used to carry all my kit was the Sierra Designs, what I call the flux capacitor. I think it's called the flex capacitor, and that's a 40 to 60 litre. It does expand to quite a large size, and I find it a good carry, and it's less than 1 kilo.
Other items, I was carrying the pegs and the poles for the Nemo tent, which slot quite nicely into the side pocket there on the other side. Also in the side pocket, I too had my Be-Free bottle, which obviously we can top up along the way, so that slots in there too. I was carrying gas. You can pick this up along the way, so it's up to you how much you set off with, but I think I had 2 of these with me at any one time. Carrying a couple of lightweight plastic mugs. Just like Dave, I was carrying, very important this, trowel and toilet roll. You have to clean up after yourself. We saw too much of this whilst we were away. Piles of crap everywhere with bits of toilet roll topping it off. Firstly, bury your waste, and secondly, if you do get caught short, don't go near the path. We saw too much of that as well. So one small rant over and done with. It's very easy to dig a hole. I had my own very tiny little toothpaste and a small backpacking toothbrush. Like Dave, I had the one towel, just this flannel, a nice lightweight head torch. We also carried with us, and these are empty because we've run out, but we were carrying the eco-friendly soap so that we could wash along the way, and we carried a small amount of washing fluid as well so that we could wash our clothes. Phone, which doubles up as a wallet, goes nicely in this zipped pocket of my rucksack. And last but not least, and Dave's holding it now, we had the Osmo, our action camera. So watch the video. I hope you enjoy the haute route in the Tour de Monte Rosa. Last thing to do then is weigh this, everything that I've just packed in there. Bear in mind this is base weight, it doesn't include food and it doesn't include water. Is a hefty 9 kilos. I think Dave was carrying perhaps 10 or 11 as a base weight. So there you go.
And that was the kit we carried.
See you soon.